Peace be upon you wherever you are watching us, a brand new episode of Black and White. Today, the theme of the episode, we are going to talk about autism. It's not the first time that we tackle such a topic. Autism, that's something that we've discussed before, but recently there is a campaign for autism to raise the awareness among people. What is autism? How can they deal with it? Autism, I don't want to say it appeared a number of years ago, but it was there, and the debate about it and lots of discussions, the reasons behind it, why it's there, what does it mean? Is autism really a syndrome or a case where children or the person sits to be alone and isolated and not to interact with the family members and with the society as well? Something that through our discussions for autism for more than one episode actually, we've discovered that autistic people, they can be integrated in the society. Again, the opening of the Autism Research and Treatment Center raised this campaign or organized this campaign. It's in malls, and we are going to have more than one report about that, but it's to raise the awareness again for about autism, and for people, for parents whom, God forbid, if they have an autistic child, how to deal with him or her, and to deal with them as much as they can as normal people, and not to isolate them, not to hide them, as most of the people do when they have a problem with one of their children. My guests for today are Dr. Khalid Al-Hamad, the Executive Director for Special Needs Services Project at KSU, and also we have a medical school student with us who's a member of the campaign and will tell us more about the center, it's the aims and goals and the mission and the vision, all of that and more in Black and White for our episode for today. Please stay tuned if you're interested to know more about autism. We'll be back in moments.
Can you tell us how many centers are there, and what do you think of the success the center have for autism?
Well, the center is one of the centers that have been supported by the National Plan for Science, Technology and Innovation, and there are various centers. They're countless actually in the kingdom. Several of them at King Saud University, and several of them actually maybe 4 in the medical area at King Saud University. We expect that these centers will deliver cutting-edge research, and also to deploy the research results into real applications that help patients, and especially in autism. There are more than 120,000 patients in the kingdom, and from my understanding this is on the rise, and therefore we have to do whatever we can to elevate this problem and assist the patients and their families, and we hope, we expect some good results coming out of this.
And what do you think about the awareness for the Saudi people?
Yeah, this is actually one of the functions of this center, is also, as maybe you have seen in the presentation, is also create some awareness about autism in the kingdom. So it works on research, delivery of results, as well as awareness.
Part of the new vision for King Saud University. As you know, in King Saud University, we are working to be a leading university in research through international and local partnership to create the knowledge society. we need to provide a top quality service to the society. So this is why we established the center, and we need to be a leading regarding this subject. And at the same time, I just want to express my deep thanks to Prince Dr. Turkey for his support for the center and other support for another centers.
Can you tell us your name?
Yes, my name is Alia Al Muhammad. I'm a 50-year medical student, King Saud University.
Alia, can you tell us what's the aim of having this conference?
Well, we are celebrating or having a ceremony about the first center related to autistic children in the Middle East, supervised by Dr. Layla Layadi, consultant physiologist in King Saud University. Today we aim to, it's like a starting point for that major center. That's why we are gathering today.
Can you brief us more about the conference itself?
In what regards?
The regards of ARTC, the Autism Research and Treatment Center.
Yes, the center has started officially 6 months back. There has been work and paper and research for the last 2 years, but officially it has started 6 months back. Being the first, as I've mentioned, the first in the Middle East. It's based on two things, mainly research, scientific papers production, and gathering a target number of 100 diseased children in order to treat them, apply scientific ways of treating them in order to improve their quality of life.
Welcome back. Today we are talking about autism, this disease, and I would like to welcome my guest, Dr. Khalid Al-Hamad, Executive Director for Special Needs Services at KSU. Welcome to Bakanwa, Dr. Khalid.
Thank you.
As you're one of the family members, as we say.
Thank you.
And also I'd like to welcome medical school student Yusuf Arumiyan, one of the member of the Autism campaign. Welcome to our program, Yusuf.
Thank you.
Dr. Khalid, at the beginning I want just to brief the viewers and to remind them of autism, as it's not our first time to talk about it, but for the people who didn't hear about it before or even have not the enough idea about it, we want a brief definition for it.
Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. At the beginning, I would like to thank you for having me today here, and thanks to the Channel 2 for tackling such a very important issue. The issue of autism is, I would say, it's one of the hot topics and one of the, I would say, controversial even problem when it comes to developmental disabilities in children. Briefly and simply, autism is a developmental disabilities that mainly affects verbal and nonverbal communication for children, social interactions, and also can affect their educational performance. It's one of the complex developments when it comes to comparing with other disorders that or developmental disorders that the kids can get. So that's in simple words what is autism.